Okay, whoever put me on Reddit out there, you know, I got a bone to pick with you. The plan was to get subscribers at a torturously slow incremental rate over a period of decades. That was the plan. God, some people. You know what? All I can say to you is coffee on a Tuesday and vlog 42. So there's a feeling I sometimes get, maybe you get it too, that happens, for example, when I come around a corner and all of a sudden I'm confronted by a sunset, or at that moment in a movie when everything just falls into place. Hairs stand up on the back of my neck and a chill runs down my shoulders. Sometimes it freezes me in place, blanks my mind, and the feeling I have is one of astonishment and awe. Jimmy Stewart, my favorite actor, describes it like this.
Creating moments in movies, this I think is the important thing. Nobody knows exactly how it happens.
Turns out there's a name for this feeling. It's called Frisson. It's a French word for cold chill, but really there is no English equivalent. In French, it's pronounced like this, Frisson. You can have frisson with a person, someone you're attracted to. And if I had to guess, it probably happens most frequently in that nervous, flirtatious, almost unbearable time before any feelings are expressed outright. Okay, so have you ever spent a subway ride or a bus ride sort of on-off looking at someone from across the train, someone who is beautiful, someone who strikes you and who you stupidly fall in love with for the 10 minutes it takes to get from 34th Street to Union Square? You look at them as they look away, and then you can feel their eyes on you as you look away, and then you sort of just wait there until you think it's safe, until you... No, there's eye contact, it's freezing. Or maybe it's just me. Whatever triggers it, we all get these feelings of freezing. One of the most common sources is music. A study published last year in Nature Neuroscience showed that the moment in your favorite song when you experience that chill, that feeling of frisson, coincides with the release of the neurotransmitter dopamine into your brain. Dopamine makes you feel good, and it's commonly released to reinforce or motivate biologically significant activity like eating or sex, suggesting that for some reason unknown to us, music is inextricably linked to our deepest reward systems. But there's something else. See, I also get a feeling of frisson when overwhelmed by a sad song. It's a chill, but a kind of consoling chill. David Huron, a professor at Ohio State University and who runs the Cognitive and Systematic Musicology Laboratory, awesome name, has this to say about sad music.
When a person is in a sad state, this hormone called prolactin is released. And it has a psychological effect, a consoling psychological effect. It's as though the music has put them into a kind of sham state of sadness. And the body has responded by releasing this hormone called prolactin. And it's like Mother Nature sort of wrapping her arms around you and consoling you and saying, there, everything's okay. And you have this kind of warm, fuzzy feeling.
Extremely interesting. But following from that, I want to pick up on an earlier point. Biologically, we really don't know why music affects us so powerfully, why it gives us those feelings of frisson or consolation or a combination of both. But psychologically, I think that music is embedded in each one of us uniquely, strung along our memories in the way that Christmas lights are strung along a tree branch. To me, music is the raw ore of beauty. It goes deeper and affects a more potent emotional response than any other art form. It's why when people ask, I say that the Beatles are the artists of any medium that have had the largest single influence on me. On February 4th, 2008, NASA transmitted a song for the first time into deep space, the Beatles Across the Universe, in the direction of the star Polaris, 431 light years from Earth. It's always been a sad song for me, if not for its swelling, drifting quality, then because it gets me thinking of John Lennon. Indeed, the idea of melodies like that dancing out into a silent and unfeeling universe gives me such a chill and then such a warmth that I do have the feeling of being wrapped in a blanket, and I'm consoled for a moment or a minute of my humanity. Welcome to everybody who's new. I'm so glad to have you, really. This is a good example of sort of what goes on here. The vlog is a project of learning, but also of expression, of trying to say something thoughtfully and precisely. So on my channel page, you can find social networks, things, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, things like that. And seriously, thank you to that person who put me on Reddit. I owe you a beer or 20,000.